Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now this poor player, guys, posted this this replay, and the issue is every single game he plays, he's unlucky. Every result he's had in every game he's played in World of Tanks, he's unlucky, and there's nothing he can do about it. Well, except for give Wargaming some gold in order to make some changes, to change his username, because his username is unlucky. So every game he plays, he is unlucky. Get it? From the XCVB clan. Shout out to you guys. You have unlucky player on your team, which we are going to watch today. That was a good joke, wasn't it? You guys are probably listening. What do you mean pay Wargaming gold? You give Wargaming gold to not be unlucky? Yeah, you have to give them, I think it's like, I don't know, 1,000 gold or something, or whatever, to be able to change your username. You think they let you change your username for free? Did you guys not know that? If you want to change your name, you have to give Wargaming some gold. But why can't I just change my username? No, it costs money. And look at this, oh. The Chieftain prototype, with the Chieftain prototype gun depression, has moved into a position where he can use the gun depression. Right? Oh, but on the roof. The roof is on fire. And now the D75 is a Muppet. The Patton's a Muppet too. The Patton and the E75 are fighting two tanks that have incredible gun depression. And they're moving up. Take the low ground, Patton. That'll be good. The TS5 has no turret and no gun depression. He wants to fight. Well, it may have. Actually, the TS5 may have some gun depression, but he doesn't look too unlucky to me right now. Now, guys, if you're watching this and a little bit about the gameplay, right? This is a case where, for whatever reason, these guys got to the ridgeline first. The ridgeline is asymmetrical. Okay, it's steep on this side. Look at the map. It's steep here. It's not that steep there. These guys have got on top of the ridgeline. They can be on the ridgeline with their gun depression pointing down. The low ground there, these tanks cannot get up this ridgeline to fight them effectively. So this is a case where the enemies have put themselves in a position of disadvantage. It's as simple as that. They cannot fight effectively in this position, yet they still come. So they're losing. The enemies are putting themselves in a position to lose, is how it's working. And they deserve to be farmed by Mr. Unlucky himself. So I know it's difficult to understand, but I mean, in real life, the general would say, well, this is not a very advantageous position. We need to get the high ground over here. We need to get right. But this is a video game, and people just press W and go where they like to go. This is just not. If you've spawned on the other side, you just do not go here. Where this the Patton, the E75, the TS5, and the Motion, don't go there. It's as simple as that. Unless there's always differences, but when you look at the lineup and you see a Chieftain prototype, 50 TP, the BZ, they all have really good gun depression. If they go to that ridge line, it might be difficult for us, right? If there was no tanks with gun depression on the enemy team, well, maybe, right? And vice versa, if you are a tank with good gun depression, like Mr. Unlucky, snap, then that's where you go. And that's map positions 101. And good players know good map positions for their tanks. And that's one reason, why I suck at some tanks. I'm going to put I'm not saying I'm the genius and I know everything. I call it like it is. But from watching this stuff, right? When I play, I'm good at reading the map and moving around and repositioning in a fast tank, like a medium tank or a light tank. I'm good at that. I know that. But what I'm really bad at is when I take out a tank. Like if I take out a Super Conqueror, I don't really know where to go. And I go, what position on this map is the Super Conqueror really powerful in? I'm like, I might go to the wrong part where my hull's exposed. I may look at the map like think I'm playing a light tank and go, ooh, I went to the wrong flank. I should be on the west flank and try and reposition. And then I'm driving around in the middle of the map in my Super Conqueror getting farmed. Right? So I screw up. I'm putting up my hand. I screw up. Do you guys screw up sometimes? So if you're playing a tank like this one, you're playing the Chieftain prototype, fantastic gun depression. He's got some speed. He's going to get here pretty fast. You're looking at the enemy lineup. The E75 motion. They're slow. He's going to get there first, right? You put all those before the game even starts. During the countdown. He's looking. He got an E75, a Tiger Mouse, the Motion, the Patton. Who gives a shit about the Patton? No one's going to get there before him. So this is where he goes. If he went anywhere else, it would be worse. It'd be a detriment to his team. He has to go here. That's why on that map, El Halouf, you guys know El Halouf? Everyone goes to the corner where the rocks are. But there's basically two positions there. There's one where you move, you peel off before the corner of the map and you get on that little ridge line. Both teams are staring at each other. There's two ridge lines with a little dip between. You either go on that ridge line or you keep going to the corner of the map on the corner where there's the rock. Those are the two choices. So where do you go? Well, it's easy. If you're driving a Chieftain prototype or a Super Conqueror, you go to the ridge line. If you're driving an IS-7, you go to the corner. Because you don't have the gun depression with the IS-7 would suck in this position, right? So many games I've played, I'm in El Halouf, and I'm in tank with gun depression, and I'm heading for the little ridgeline piece, and I got two IS-7s on my team, and they're fast because an IS-7's faster than any other heavy tank, and they go there, and they're in the way. They don't go to the corner where they can be on the flat ground and have a big rock protecting their lower plate, so only their turrets. Perfect position for an IS-7. No. And then I'm in the Super Conqueror, so I got there beat after the IS-7 because I'm in the Super Conqueror, and they're in the way, and they're pinging the map. Go to A1. I don't want to go to A1. I'm the one with gun depression. What's wrong with you? Anyway. So look at this position here. How's this E75 going to fight him? Oh, he didn't aim that very well. How's the E75 going to fight this guy now? What's he thinking? Take the low ground. It's like, Wargaming says no. That was perfectly aimed. That was perfectly aimed. Now he's got to make these guys pay. Shoot his side. You got it. Boom. Does he have any backup? He does not have backup. Now these guys have scurried around because they're saying this guy keeps shooting us. He's got 7,100 damage from this position. Ooh. Now they're gonna try and love me 2 times, and he's got to commit to one or the other. That's what he's got to do. Commit to the lower HP target. Oh, yes, perfect. He has teammates. The E75 figured out that he has teammates backing him up as well. See, now watch this Tiger Mouse coming up this hill. What's he going to do? It's a steeper incline. Now, he's using the dead tank, but I guess you could just shoot under it. He doesn't realize this. The Tiger Mouse cannot play this ridgeline. You see, it's just... the There's nothing he can do unless this guy just exposes himself. And I don't mean take his pants off. So there you go. Did he illustrate the power of being in the perfect position for the strength of your tank? If he was playing on the flat ground, somewhere, fighting people head on, he'd be dead. Right? The Tiger Mouse would, or the E75 would be far superior. If the E75 or Tiger Mouse, maybe not the Tiger Mouse, but if they like were able to face hug, if the E75 rammed them and face hugged them and did the turret move, probably the E75 would kill them. But in this situation, those guys didn't even get a chance to shoot back. So think about that. What's the strength of your tank? There's almost all the maps have positions that that improve your strength. And El Haluf is the perfect thing. Maybe I should find an El Haluf game to show you. But at A1, the corner, the point of the corner, there's rocks. There's a rock there. That's the spot you go if you have a tank with no gun depression with strong turret. You just go there. That's a spot is designed for an IS-7. Wargaming put it there. We need spot for IS-7 because there is ridgeline. The tanks with gun depression will go there. Powerful Russian tank needs spot too, and they put that there on purpose. Right? That's the spot for a tank with no gun depression where he can protect his hull. And the ridgeline is the spot for tanks with gun depression. Now the problem is, some people that play tanks with gun depression don't know how to use them, and they go to the wrong spot. And some people without, and vice versa. So he was pretty unlucky. He is every game. He did 8,775 damage, 6 kills, and he made a fortune. So then the logical question for you guys is, to ask yourself is, do you go to the right map positions at the beginning of the game? Do you actually think about that depending on what tank you play, or do you tend to go, because some people just go to their favorite position. Right? They play, and it doesn't matter what tank they're playing in, they just go to their favorite spot. Do you just go to your favorite spot, or do you actually think of what position is suitable for the tank you're playing? And I would go so far as to say that if that chieftain prototype in the game we just watched, if he did not go to that position, if he went like somewhere else, it's possible that the outcome of that game would be completely different. Because if the Tiger Mouse, this guy stops in the open and takes a shot and misses, because why wouldn't he? Now look at the ELC. Has he gone to the right position? What are you doing in the open there, buddy? That's not the right position. You see that? He did not go to the right position. Go to the right position. The ELC is not in the right position either. This is the right position for you. You can protect your hull and poke around here. And Mr. ELC, you're in the wrong position. Do you see the difference? ELC shouldn't be there. ELC should be on the 890 line. Okay? It's a little bit of a contrast. Is that maybe that's the ELC's favorite spot? I go here in my mouse all the time. Well, you're not in a mouse anymore. You're dead in your little light tank. It's a little light tank with, look, there he is, right? Okay, guys, that's him. He's in a little light tank with really good concealment and speed. Therefore, the right position for me will be to go in the city where I'm like 20 feet from the enemies with no bushes and just stop and wait there. That's a great plan. So that's your question. Do you go to the right positions? Or do you go to the wrong one like the LC? And like I said, I'll repeat, if that, in that previous game, the first one we just watched, if that Chieftain prototype did not go to that ridgeline, if he went somewhere else that was not effective, perhaps the Tiger Mouse and the E75 and the what is it, the TS5, the TD, if they were allowed to round that corner and had no one on that ridgeline shooting them, if they were allowed to just push forward around that corner and then on the flat ground fight the teammates behind them, perhaps they would have won. Because those are some formidable tanks, right? E75, Tiger Mouse. If they were around that corner and angle, they might have been able to win that game. That's why his the victory in that game was really, I don't know what it was, 60, 70% him. If he did anything else, a bad player in that tank might have lost that game. If he just started driving in the middle of the map or up the other flank, where he wasn't needed. So take a shot on E70. I don't know. I don't think you're going to pen that. This guy's having a little bit more trouble. You have to aim. So leave it in the comment section, guys. What do you think? What do you do? Do you go to your favorite spot, or do you go to the optimal position, or do you even think about that? Maybe you don't think about it. Maybe you just think, well, I don't know. And he shot the E75. An invisible E75 shot him, guys. That's a good game mechanic, isn't it? Hey, guys, look at that. He's his turret and his observation device are above the rock, obviously, because the E75 could shoot him, but the E75's invisible. Because that makes sense, Wargaming. That's oh, he's spotted, guys, and the E75 shoots him again. And he's wondering, how is the E75 able to shoot me? Well, maybe this tree is modeled. How did the E75 shoot him? I know how the E75 shot him. Shoot. Oh, went right through. I know how the E75 shot you. He had direct line on your tank. But how did you not see him? Was he a little bit to the left? And his viewport would go, but the E75 has to come around that corner. His turret has to be coming around that corner, which means half his tank should be visible. But that's just a weirdness in the ray of detection that emanates from his viewport to try and hit one of the detection ports. Not detection ports. The I'm gonna get detected port on the enemy tank. That's just a bad game design is what it is. He did not have a clear direct line from his viewport to one of the 4 or 5 or 6 ports that are on the enemy tank so that you can detect it. It's tough. It's tough. And he stood there incredulous for a couple of points. Sometimes that phenomena, like what's that map? Ensk? No, not Ensk. Erlenberg. You know that choke, the line of houses in the middle of Erlenberg? There's a couple of spots there where there's a house. There's gaps between the houses or the ruins. There's a gap this wide. And there'll be a tank, an enemy tank, like that, like in the gap. And you shoot it, and you can see the enemy tank. And then the enemy tank just adjusts a little bit, and it disappears. And you go, what? He's right there. And he aims a shot. Beautiful. And you go, why has he disappeared? And he's still there behind that gap, but now one of his detection ports, there's no ray going from your viewport to one of the detection points on that enemy tank. He's there, but that's not a detection thing. So you do not register that he's there on your screen. He is there, but your screen says no. You do not have a direct line of sight, as sight is defined in this game. Right? Line of how it's defined in this game, you don't have that. So sometimes you'll see them appear and disappear as they adjust behind the houses when there's just a small sliver of them in view. You had that happen? You know, what you do, you just keep shooting. Shoot his cupola. It's going right through. He's just spam. This guy relies on a 311 pen, which is too bad for the E75, right? Right through the front there. You could pen if you aimed at the E75 cupola, you could probably do it with your regular ammo, which has 250. You could pen him, but the worst is when you rely on premium ammo like this, and then you don't aim for the weak spot. You rely on the premium ammo, and you go through the the thicker armor. It's a bad habit to get into, because if you load the premium ammo, so you got 311 pen, and you aim for the weak spot, you have like probably 100% chance of penning if you hit. If you load the premium ammo and then you aim for the thicker armor, you've got less chance of, you don't have 100, right? Because there's RNG on your penetration roll. 311 pen is plus or minus 25%. So it's like you could minus 70, 79, 78. What's 311 minus 78? No, it's less than the regular ammo. You could low roll your penetration roll. The same as you could low roll your regular ammo, even, you know, 25% of 250 is 50, 65, 70, whatever. No, it's I'll do it in my head really fast. It's 62 and a half. Snap him, snap him, snap him. Boom. Beautiful. Now he's doing it. Yeah, bad habit. Aim for the weak spots, guys. If you know where they are, whether you're using regular ammo or premium ammo. If you aim for the weak spot, you have, oh, so Wargaming says yes now. And yeah, right through the side. Just aim it, aim it, aim it. Boom. And ram. Oops. Oop, no, you don't have that much speed now. And why would you do that? Okay, he's just, he's doing, they're muscling him. Boom. Target lost. Target lost, gotcha. I think he was just auto-aimed there. Well, did you enjoy our discussion today? Leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the discussion for today and your thoughts, and let me know how you play. All right? Whether you think about this stuff. The main thing is, do you just go to your favorite spots on the map? I like to go to the west flank, regardless. Or do you change? And I'm not talking about whether you're playing a light tank or a heavy tank. Oh, with heavy tank, I'll go here. With that's first level understanding. I'm talking about higher level, right? If you're going to play the game in 4 different heavy tanks, do you go to the same position? Like if you're playing a Mouse, an E100, a Super Conquer, a 60 TP, or an AMX 50B, do you go to the same spots? Especially tank with gun depression, tank IS-7 versus Super Conquer, do you go to the same spot? Or do you actually think, do you change it up because you're playing a tank with different attributes? Similar class, but different characteristics. That's important. It really makes a huge difference. And, Mr. SPG is blind, I guess. He's blind. And now he's getting shot by the ELC, but he doesn't care. Come on. Oh! 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 No, you did not aim that way. But he gets the spotting assist. So a solid game by Slimy from the Bang clan. 5,226. You carried some zeros that went to the wrong position at the beginning of the game. And did you make credits? No. So subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're enjoying the content. Leave some comments in the comment section. I'll read them, and I will catch you guys on the next one.